Hi, welcome to Sanskrit Grammar. My name is Rebekah Bhavani Crisp. Vak purvata vaganantaram. Word before, word without pause. So we're going to look at writing and reading Sanskrit, the Devanagari and transliteration. Little details about this. The transliteration is written on the line. The Devanagari dangles down from the line. Today we'll take a look at the guttural consonants. One thing to keep in mind about the guttural consonants is that when we say the letter, we are saying also the way the letter sounds when we read it in a word. So this will make more sense later. The guttural consonants are made in the back of the throat, contact between the back of the tongue and the soft palate. Most can be made with the mouth wide open. So we've got ka, ka, ga, ga, nga. So learning how to write these, we'll begin with the transliteration. This ka is the letter. It is one letter, even though it takes two English letters or two letters in the transliteration to make this one letter. The way we make it, this one, we start with the vertical line, then we add the feature. This loop comes up, down, around, and over. Okay? So the last thing, if you're making it quickly, is that horizontal hat. So I'm going to invite you to pause the video at any point that you need to just take some time to learn how to make the letters. So there is ka. Ka, the aspirated voiceless consonant in the guttural part of the mouth. So the first feature, we come down like this. The next feature is on the vertical line. And then on the vertical line we add this little notch. Now heads up, I've seen this touch here, and I've seen it not touch. So you're likely to see it both ways, again, depending on the font. Last thing, the horizontal hat. Okay? Now, just a note here, we can't make the sound ka unless it's followed by a vowel. There has to be that vowel. So inherent in this letter is that short One way we can see this, and I'll just write this under here, is that when I'm making the ka, this consists of, in English, the k sound plus the short a. Well, the way we say this in Sanskrit is ka is, it's a partial consonant. This is not the whole letter ka, it's part of the letter ka, it's the k part, can't even say it, plus the short a. Alright, so I just want you to see this one time, just to start integrating this idea that we're looking at a syllabic language, unlike English where we have A, B, C, and you know, if I'm going to say the word ball in English, it's not B-A-L-L. That's not how I say this word. The letter B represents the sound B. So it's quite different from Sanskrit. Alright, so let's move on to G and G. G and G. G, common letter, you'll see it a lot. You come out and then come down. Sometimes there'll be a loop on the end. There doesn't have to be. This really is a font that we're looking at. So this is G. Okay? Gha. It touches at the top. We come down, almost make like a backwards 3. Touches at the top, loop, loop, vertical line, and the horizontal hat goes all the way across. Really important that you integrate knowledge of that detail when you're making this letter. It touches the horizontal hat, goes all the way across. Because we'll see a letter later that is very similar to this, but has two distinctive features that are different, and one of them is the hat doesn't go all the way across. Okay? Ga, ga. And last but not least, we have our nasal. Now there is a nasal letter at each position in the mouth. This is the guttural nasal sound. So in the transliteration, you're going to have the na, but there is a nasal at each position. So to distinguish which nasal it is for the guttural, there is a dot above the letter N. Okay, this is different if there's a dot beneath. That's a different nasal. So this is very specifically the nasal at the guttural position of the mouth. If you say the word gong, nga, 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 there's that nasal. And you can literally take the back of the tongue and push the sound up and resonate the vibration across the palate, from the soft palate all the way across the top of the mouth and up into the head. Nice practice to play with. Start with a little dangle. That dangle's going to come down, very similar to the letter E, but there's no loop on the end, and instead we have a dot. So you see how similar it is to the short E? No loop, got a dot. Last but not least, horizontal hat. Nga. Okay? So you can see here I've added some examples of these letters with the Anusvara and the Visarga. Just as a teaser, I'm showing you that there are some distinctions when we change the vowel. So for example here, clearly you see the ka, but there's this extra vertical line. We will learn that ka is made in this manner. In fact, anytime we have a long ah, it is accomplished by adding an extra vertical line next to the letter that we're already familiar with. Here's the dot above, kam. Gauhu. So again, a little teaser. How do we know it's auhu? Well, some little feature added here. And here we've got the Visarga. So, thank you for joining me. Vakpurvata vaganantaram. Word before, word without pause. Keep the word with you. This is Rebekah Bhavani. Contact me, please, if you have any questions, or join Ben or me at epicsanskrit.com.